Haven't you always wondered what it would be like to be in their shoes, to do the extraordinary, travel someplace you've never been? I'm on the search for interesting stories that touch the heart and soul. Let's take that journey together. We'll go places, see things, meet people. So, what's it like? I have no idea, so let's go find out. I've always wondered what went on behind the scenes at a radio station, so today we're going to find out and talk to Dave Graham at 88.5 FM The Beach Radio in Parksville, and he's right behind this door.
88.5 The Beach, Oceanside's very own soft rock. Good morning, Dave Graham in, bright and early, middle of the week.
So Dave, tell us a little bit of how you got started in radio.
Actually, I was still in high school, and a friend of mine was working part-time at a local radio station. This was Orillia, Ontario. I think I read a couple of news items, and he called me a couple days later and said, yeah, you want to start this weekend? So that was the wonderful thing about, radio back then, when they had to fill 24 hours a day with live people in the studio all the time, unlike today. What better for a small town radio station but to find some kid at a local high school who's all ripe and raring to go, and pay him $3 or an album every hour. Every hour. And they filled their all-night weekend slot. So that was my start.
So you're pushing buttons all day long. Tell us a little bit about the technology.
It means that I don't have to be switching out or queuing up 45 RPM records anymore, or carts, or whatever it was, because every commercial, every song, every ID was on its own individual piece, CD, cart, whatever. Now it's a mouse click away, and you can line up stuff in a queue window and it'll play by itself till you tell it to stop. CD playing.
How does your career feed your soul?
I think I help people make connections with the interviews that I do. I can, on occasion, I think I've had a true effect on people's lives, to the better, hopefully. I've had many instances over the years where I've played a song at just the right time, or made a dedication, or imparted some information of one type or another that somebody has found real value in, whether it's sentimental or practical value. Off the air, I've spoken with people and acted as counselor over the years, persuading a couple of people not to commit suicide, and calling in authorities a time or two to help people who are in distress. Or it could be something simple as reuniting an owner with a lost dog. But these little things to the individuals involved are significant and have real impact on their lives. So it's far beyond just playing music and talking for a living, I think.
Yes, that's very important. You also work with a lot of charities, don't you? Tell us a little bit about that.
If it has anything to do with animals, I'm a pushover. So the SPCA is a big one, but then there's CatSpan and a couple of other groups, Rest and Recuperate Equine Care Society and one or two others. They go straight to my heart. Literacy is a big one for me. Events that bring people together for these special causes, they speak to me most. So I try to make an effort to help out in some fashion.
You also use your photography talents in the community.
By noon most days I'm out of here, and the rest of the day is mine. So I get the time and the luxury to be able to pursue my other passions that have been lifelong practically. Photography is one of them, and I mean, where best to find fabulous landscape and critters and things to photograph than Vancouver Island. Other one is theater, which I've been involved with since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. The theater world around here is wonderfully vibrant and alive with Echo Players and Bar to Broadway and a couple of other smaller groups. There's just so much creativity and artistic expression around here in all forms. If you want to boil it down, it's about having fun in life and following those things that give you a sense of fun and joy and creative expression.
What really knocks your socks off about this industry?
I would say probably primarily it's the immediacy. Aside from the fact that if an accident happens within a couple of minutes, I can get it on the radio. That's one form of immediacy. But the other one is the one-on-one immediacy in the form of communication. And I'll hear about the impact that whatever that occasion was had on this one person, and to have that effect and yet be somewhat removed from it I'm talking away and I don't see the audience and I don't hear all the reactions, good and bad, that happen out there. But every now and then a story will come back and I'll realize, wow, this is a powerful position. And it's one that needs to be honored as such.
Would you ever want to do anything else?
I have thought of that. And I've tried to do a couple of other things. And I was out of radio, at least on a full-time basis, for a couple of years before starting here, which was almost exactly 8 years ago, actually. And I realized that, no, I really wouldn't. I've been doing this now for over 30 years, and I still love it. When I get up in the morning, my alarm goes off at 4:20. I'm still happy to be up at that hour because I know I'm going in to do something I love.
That's wonderful.
I'm very lucky.
And we are too. We love listening to you each morning. It's been great talking with you today.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Dave. This continuing series of discovery is brought to you by Eyes on BC Publishing on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. I'm Linda Tenney, and I'll be your host as we travel the road to find out what's it like